Okay. Yeah, don't move wherever you at. Hey, that's for being down
I
south,
think,
man. You come up north with us, bro.
man, I done been up north, man. I'd rather stay in these pine trees, brother. But
Hey, man, come on and tell us a little bit about yourself.
okay, let me start over. I'm C. Lindsey. I'm from Laurel, Mississippi, small city in southern Mississippi, down by the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and probably about 2 hours from New Orleans. I recently started singing Southern Soul, but my music background dates back to I want to say probably high school days because I was into hip hop, but I was doing independent records myself, and then along with a partner of mine, and when I was staying in Atlanta. Well, I always been back and forth from Atlanta since I was like 12 to the adult. But when I came back home and I was still doing hip hop music, I was still doing it independently. Back in the CD era, where I would go to the studio, make songs, get CDs pressed up, and I would hit the streets and sell them out the trunk. Is what we call it down here down south. And
Right.
so happened that unfortunately the young man that was recording me and that was a great engineer. And I feel like if he still would have been around, would have been one of the best right now. Um, my partner Big G passed away, and so I kind of had put the music to the side. But I always been a fan of Southern Soul, and so I had a hook in my mind, and so I got access to like different people that still doing music, but I didn't want to do it no more. Like far as on the hip hop side because I'm 39 years old, so I ain't got too much to rap about at 39. You know what I'm saying? So um, I just decided to pour that into Southern Soul, and I think I found me a lane, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm just trying to work my move right now.
Gotcha. That sounds super great. So, since you said that, we're going to go out of order with these questions, so just bear with me today.
That's fine.
So,
That's fine.
okay, so you talked a little bit about, you did, so you was doing hip hop before you got into the Southern Soul.
Yeah,
So,
but years before Southern Soul. I just been a fan of Southern Soul, but years before because it's like, man, probably prior to what I got going on now, I probably haven't touched the studio in maybe 5 years up until this point now.
okay, okay. So let me ask you a question. So how long overall you've been doing music, if you don't mind asking?
Oh man, probably since uh, I want to say since like my early teens, like maybe 14 to you know yeah, probably about 14 because I always used to keep a notebook and I would write lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I would always write lyrics because I was into poetry. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
so sometimes you can have stuff on your mind as a kid, but you can't express it. But the era I grew up in, you couldn't express nothing you felt to no adult. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you better write it down.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I didn't grow up in no crazy situation, nothing like that. But I mean, I just had a love for writing and a love for poetry. So, and I was around different people that just played different music, like from R&B and to rock music to hip hop music, of course. And then it wasn't called Southern Soul then, but the good old down home blues.
Right. Right. So now, so you're doing Southern Soul now. So
Mm,
who or what impacts you the most? What, so you, some in your head changed. You went from hip hop to, okay, let me switch genres. So what impact, or who was the impact on you for you to make the switch?
like I said, I was a fan of it already, but I mean to make me make the switch. Um, I mean, cause I kind of stumbled into being a Southern Soul artist on accident, but I ain't even gonna say it's accident. But I still had a love for being around recording studios. I still had a love for creating music, and so basically, I was just trying my hand at something. You know what I'm saying? Something that I was a fan of. I didn't have any plans of becoming an artist, but like I said, I was already musically inclined. So I guess it just kind of worked
Okay.
out the way it's working out now. If that answers your
Okay.
question.
Yeah, that truly does.
Mhm.
And we listen to the music, and believe me, personally, I'm speaking for myself. Being from Gary, and you might as well say Chicago, from what the world says.
Mhm.
The
I've been through
blues
Gary. I've
scene
been through
and
Gary before.
Southern Soul. Hey, 219.
Yeah, I've been
and
through
and
that.
did you go through there? Did you run through there? Just drove past like, yo, that was Gary, Indiana, and just kept
I,
on going.
I just I just look. I just drove through there because I drive 18 wheelers, so I was driving through there over the road at the time. But y'all got an artist that I'm a very big fan of from Gary, Indiana, Mr. Freddie Gibbs, and I've been on him for a long time, and so you know. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Freddie Gibbs. He always talk about Gary,
Eh,
Indiana.
right. I'm gonna tell you a secret with Freddie Gibbs. My son-in-law
Mhm.
is Freddie Gibbs' first cousin,
For
and,
real,
and
that's
it's,
what's up,
it's
man.
and it's Gary, and it's Gary. No, he comes home all the time. He lives out in the Miller section of Gary. People see
Right.
him and just like, that's just Gibbs, and just keep on keep on going, man.
Right, right,
He,
right.
he gets some home
Man,
he gets some
give
hometown love. Like, people just don't
man,
care. People,
look,
what you doing?
let me tell you something. You will be amazed at the people down south that know about Gibbs. Gibbs is, what I'm saying? Gibbs is one of the real last, as far as hip hop, one of the last real MCs, like, they got the bars, like, so anytime he drops something new, I be on it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of crazy,
Oh,
but
I feel you on that one.
but that come, but I guess they come with, what I'm saying, these different levels that you got to deal with as far as the music industry. But like I said, the music is solid, so I always be a fan.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I always rep him, man. Being from the G, that's my guy.
Right, right.
So okay, so you gotta tell us a little bit, because we're going a little bit off script here. So your release
Mm.
is dropping tonight. So just tell us what that means to you. What does that mean to you? I remember the first time I dropped. Oh my gosh, you can tell me
Man,
nothing.
it actually really means a lot because tomorrow, well, tonight at 12 a.m. That's also my daughter's 13th birthday. And so she was the one that first
Oh,
heard the
okay.
song before anybody. She heard the rough draft and she was laughing at me. She's like, Daddy, because my kids, they know everything I do. They remember me rapping and stuff like that. And so when they heard that, it was kind of funny because it was different. They haven't heard me in that light or seen me in that kind of light. And so as the project was getting mixed down with a single, rather, as it was getting mixed down, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna drop that on her birthday. And so, like I said, I'm super excited. I'm very excited. My city is very excited, you know, because I feel like, man, we can't do nothing but go up with what we trying to do. And like I said, it didn't start. It wasn't planned. That's what makes it magic, to me, because it wasn't planned. It was just I had a thought in my mind, and I went to the studio and recorded because what I really wanted to do, I really wanted to write music for other Southern Soul artists that I could possibly connect with. You know what I mean? But I did it
Right.
myself, and then like I say, and I got a very good reception for it from where I'm from, because where you from, it's always hard to get received, because they gonna be your biggest critics because
Yeah.
them the people that actually know you. They know your family. Like
Right.
they know you when you was a kid to a teenager to an adult. You know what I mean? And so for them to be like, cause man, people calling, walking around calling me up now. It's kind of funny, but I'm like, but long story short, I'm super excited, man, because I mean, I feel like it's in the plan for something bigger. You know what I'm talking about? And then, like I say, it's very. I'm motivated at this point right now to keep going on
Okay.
with what I'm doing.
All righty. So uh, I want you to do it yourself because you're the best way to the person that can describe you. So tell us the album. What's the name of the album? Give us your stage
Uh,
name. Why did you choose that stage name?
well, I'm not dropping the album, not yet, not yet. But
Not yet.
it's the
Okay.
sing-
Okay.
it's the single coming out UNK NEM, which will be out on all streaming platforms tonight at midnight. You know what I'm saying? December 22nd, 2023. But my stage name C Lindsey. Why I chose that? Because my nickname is actually C. Everybody calls me C. My last name is Lindsey, so I mean it's only right.
So you're doing a drop. Your drop is tonight. So you got any
Yes, sir.
upcoming shows? Yeah, go and plug your shows,
Yeah,
man, so we can.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I will be performing live Saturday night at Club Eyes down here. It's just a little juke jump hole in the wall. I'll be performing there Saturday night, December the 23rd, with DJ Down South. And January the 5th, I will be opening up for Young Guy down here in Law, Mississippi at Bryce Armani Hall. So that's the only thing on the menu right now, you know what I'm saying, coming up. But you know what I'm saying, hopefully we can run that tab on up and I can have some good stuff to post and y'all be seeing. Y'all be like, boy, that boy got the whole schedule full, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yeah.
it, it,
That's what we
it,
shoot.
it,
That's what we shooting at now. We don't shoot ducks and deals, but we shoot at them goals, you know what I'm saying?
right. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna let Kaylee answer this question for you. So Kaylee, or C Lindsay, either one of you guys. So how do we get in contact with you? Say, I got somebody that I know, my people out of Chicago, and one person in particular, that you're gonna be talking to, hopefully this Saturday. But you are gonna be playing on LTH and on 92.7, I think it is, in Chicago, and 1370 in Gary. So we already got
Okay.
that plan for you. You'll most definitely be in rotation. It's a blues, it's a blues show, and it's heavily
I,
watched in Chicago.
I really,
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
I'm gonna make it.
I really appreciate that, and I think my BMI appreciate it even more.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna crossfade and Pam. It's customary for us. We always they get a chance to ask you one question. Then we always
Mhm.
ask two questions at the end. At the end. So crossfade, Pam, go ahead and ask your question if you have one.
Crossfade, go ahead and then I'll
Uh,
ask mine.
Pat, okay. What advice you can give me as an upcoming artist?
What advice can I give you as an upcoming artist? Um,
Yes.
Stay in that studio. Make sure your business straight. Promote yourself. Don't depend on nobody to do nothing for you. Keep God first, and everything else will work itself out. That's all.
Gotcha.
That is all the advice a good old country boy like myself can do.
Very
I
impactful.
like it.
That's fantastic because I'm from the South too.
Where you from?
Yes, sir.
What part of the South you from?
Louisiana, Cholula.
Cholula, Cholula, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
I think I done heard of that before. But baby, I'm from Mississippi, and they call me Unc, or you can call me School.
Yeah, but
Look,
I got,
look. I
I,
like to talk. I like to talk about $100 worth of noise, and so that lets you know I'm a good old Southern gentleman. Because when I meet people, I'm gonna act like I've been knowing you my whole life. If I feel like you're right
Right,
for me, you know what I'm saying.
right,
So I
right.
don't show. I don't show my teeth to everybody I meet. But you know what? We gonna have some fun tonight on this interview, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Pam, you have
yeah.
any questions?
See who
Pam, you have any
impacted
questions?
you. See who impacted you the most when you were doing music.
Uh, just life situations and just being a fan of music. Because like even when I was doing hip hop, I was talking about stuff I was really actually doing. You know what I'm saying? And so like, okay, now that I have transitioned over to what they call Southern Soul, which is really the blues to me, because that's what I was raised up on. I'm still telling
Right,
the truth. I'm still telling what I know. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it easier for me to write. I don't have to bust my mind to try to write and make this sound good and stuff like that. I just tell it like it is because I can't. At the end of the day, I can't be nobody but me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I
Yes,
can do is
sir.
just be me. So,
And that's and you're doing the best you can do because I'm into
man,
you.
man, baby girl, I
yeah, we
promise
love
you,
that.
I'm trying to do the best I can do.
Hey, hey, you have our
Oh,
support, and you have our support, and that's an understatement.
Man, and you know,
Yes, definitely.
I'm
and you know what, and I appreciate that very, very much because, like I say, I just transitioned into Southern Soul. I just re-entered recording. I just re-entered wanting to do music. So you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm learning things all over again, and to be moving as fast as it is for me, and like I said, and to be talking to you guys from somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? That let me know, man. You know what I'm saying? This is just only the good Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do nothing but be appreciative.
yeah.
amen.
And we
Well,
and we
we're.
appreciate you.
I don't know if
I
Kaylee
ain't
can
did,
jump back into the
baby,
call.
baby,
Kaylee,
baby, I ain't did nothing yet. You,
Oh,
you can say thank you right now, but I ain't
that's what I
did
like
nothing yet.
hearing.
Just give me a little bit. Just give me a little bit. Just give me a
I
little
love
bit.
that.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
love.
Just give me a little bit. I got you.
I
I promise you, I got you.
I love to hear that.
love his
I
energy.
love to hear that.
As
Right,
soon
I
love to hear
love,
as
that.
soon as you
yeah.
as soon as your music's out there, you're on my playlist.
Hey, and ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you. Like I say, Unc them coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, every digital platform. Hey, make sure anybody out there listening to us and listening to this interview, make sure y'all go get that. Make sure you download that, stream load that. Hey, we here. We're not going nowhere. We don't have no plans of
Got
going
it.
nowhere anytime soon.
Great. Stick around.
I
We got
love
you.
that.
We sticking
Right.
around like that fly paper that you hang up on your front porch in the summertime. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Right.
Right.
Y'all come to the
Is that?
y'all come to the country. I'll tell you some things now. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
We
okay.
ain't look. We may be we country, but we ain't sanctified with it now. We ain't scared to put our best steps on and
That's funny.
get out there and make it happen. You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
my
Like, hey,
god.
that's what we do,
Right.
baby.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Right. Right. Right. Kaylee, you got anything to say? Then we're gonna go down to our last two questions.
I just one thing I want to ask. We probably talked about it before, but what are your goals for this single when it drops at midnight? Like, how far you plan to push it?
To the limit, to the limit,
That's
till I get to till I get to the status of the new Marvin Cease, the new Johnny Taylor, the new Tyrone Davis, the new Mel Waiters. Rest in peace to the legends. To that point, that's why I
okay.
plan to do that. At.
You can call me
That's what I want to
And
hear.
you can call me school
25.
25 and I'ma go with my move.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
straight like that.
Like
straight like that.
That's what
Because
I'm talking
when I
about.
when I made
Right.
that song, if you hear the instrumentation in the background, shout out to Mr. Rodney Blue Note Evans who produced the song. Um, when you if you hear the instrumentation in the background, because it gave you that old juke joint feel, that good
Yep.
bootleg hole feel, that good hole in the wall. It costs $3 cover charge to get in feel. You know what I'm saying? Because like I
Right.
said, the legends have gone on to soul heaven, and so everything now is computerized. And like I said, I'm not knocking what's going on now, but I'm just a new cat with an old soul talking brand new ish on that thing. You feel me? And so we
Gotcha.
bringing juke junk blues back, and I am that. You know what I'm talking about? I am C. Lindsey. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Boots and Brims, UNK NEM. You know what I'm talking about? That's what
Right.
we on.
Mm.
You know, and
we're along
I'm
for the
glad you said.
ride
I'm
with
glad
you.
you. Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because with a few of my connections, and I'm gonna talk to Kelly about it.
Mm.
And you just did something that I'm about to bless you with. So when I get off this phone tonight, I'm gonna call Bobby Rush,
Call Mr. Bobby Rush
and
because I
I'm gonna
would
try to
love
link
to
you.
be. And I forgot to make, but Mr. Bobby Rush is a living legend, though. He's a living legend
Yeah.
from the state of Mississippi. Because let me tell you something, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call you because I got respect for you because I'm a younger gentleman than you. But let me tell you something. Everything in the Southern Soul market that's heating up right now is from the great state of Mississippi, home of America's blues. You'll see it when you cross the state line, and it's our time, and we are coming back. But if you call Mr. Bobby Rush, please tag me in there, cause I would love to talk to Mr. Bobby Rush and playing with that harmonica like he do. He gonna make me grow a Jerry curl too, but I don't know. I kind of like my bald fade though.
Well, I'm gonna
Hey, look, y'all got look, listen. Y'all gotta look, y'all got look, listen. Y'all gotta forgive me now because I'm gonna talk me $100 worth of bull crap every chance I
Right.
get now. So don't take it to heart now, but yeah.
Hey,
But
hey,
amongst the legends,
it's
Southern Soul though, Bobby Rush, Marvin Cease, Tyrone Davis, Johnny Taylor. Hey man, them the people that's in my playlist. Sir Charles Jones, Mel Waiters. I'm still listening to guys like that. Them the guys that I am
okay.
studying. I still go to the old YouTube videos, watching their live performances, their old shows. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my first performance this weekend as far as being a Southern Soul artist. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous, but at the same time, I can't tell you what adrenaline do. You can't script no live show. So guess what? I think when I grab that microphone, a little bit of all of them gonna come into me, and that's what's gonna make You know what I'm saying?
What's,
This ain't no, this ain't no gimmick. This ain't no game. It's just my name.
Right, I got you. But I gotta double back on something that you just said about the Jerry curl.
Yeah.
See, Bobby can keep the Jerry curl. He can just give me them big booty
yeah.
women he got.
Hey man, we got plenty. Hey, we got. Hey, look. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, man. We got plenty of that. All you got to do is all you got to do is hit 20 west to 59 south and come on down. You'll be in the air town, baby. That's all you got to do. We got plenty of them down here from the delta to the coast, baby. From the 662 to the 601. Anything that you're looking for. Collard greens, a good green, all
Right.
that, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Right.
From the root to the tune, huh?
From the rooter to the tutor, we got plenty. And guess what? We'll blend the
Yeah.
pig and do wrong with. You know what I'm talking about?
I got
That's
you.
what I'm
Right.
talking about, baby.
Look,
Yes, sir.
we gonna have fun on this interview. What we being stiff for? Ain't nobody dead. Ain't nobody dead. We ain't never
No.
gonna put we ain't gonna
Right.
first thing we ain't gonna put the mic up and be like, nah, man, we don't do none of that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's what I'm talking about. Pop that collar, man. Pop
Okay.
that blue
Hey,
collar
Hey,
hey,
nation,
see,
man.
right, right. Well, see, we got a couple more questions for you, and this
Let's
might
go.
seem off. It might seem off script, but we ask everybody that comes on this podcast. So, first of all, what famous artists would you like to meet or work with?
Would I like to meet or work with like famous as far as what just any genre of music?
Any genre, somebody you had to work with musically. Who would that be?
Mm, man, I don't know because all the legends dead.
Okay.
Uh, as far as right now, who would I like to work with? Okay, uh, man, you give me some hard questions because I be having different days. I like to listen to different things. Hold on. Let me think for a minute. Y'all bear with me for a minute. Give me a Mississippi minute. Hold on. Uh,
Oh, okay, okay.
uh, uh, I would like to. I can't. You know what? I'm just down with the down home blues, and we gonna name it like that. I would love to work with Jeter Jones. I would like to work with Sir Charles Jones. Um, and then probably possibly King George one day. So I'm just speaking on Southern Soul because that's what I'm on. Anything else, I'm just a fan of. Oh yeah, if we
Right.
had to do hip hop, if we had to do hip hop, Scarface from Houston, Texas, from the Ghetto Boys.
Okay. Wow. That's heavy.
Hmm.
Great choice. Great
Yeah,
choice.
Okay.
because like I said, all the legends like Pimp C and rest in peace Pimp C, rest in peace all the Southern Soul legends. Man, that I would love to work with. I can't do nothing but memorialize and just be a fan at this point. But at the same time, take notes into what I'm doing. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Absolutely.
And our last question is, um, what is your favorite movie of all times?
Mississippi burning, and you want me to tell
Oh,
you why?
okay. Yeah, please
Because like
do.
I say, I drive 18 wheelers. I haul for a local asphalt company down here, and we did a lot of road work on Highway 19. And it's an actual sign up there where the murder site was the three civil rights workers were
Hmm.
killed back in 1964 by the Ku Klux Klan and the Neshoba County Sheriff's Office. And, I passed by that site and it just really opened my eyes to some things, because like, I still wonder to this day why we do each other the way we do. And I'm like, I'm actually passing by something that I seen a movie of and like, okay, this is real. Because like I said, you can go through there. Even in that 18 wheeler, you still kind of get an eerie feeling when you go through there. But you know what I'm saying? When I did research on it, I understood that the only reason that the federal government got involved because two white guys came up missing. But at the same time, while they were searching for the three civil rights workers, they've also found the bodies of 8 black men that had been missing.
Yep.
So I just sit back and think
Hmm.
about what if that wouldn't have happened to the three civil rights workers? What shape would we be in the state that I live in? You know,
Right.
so that's why I say that's one of my favorite movies because I'm a history fanatic. You know what I'm saying? I love things of the past. You know what I'm saying? Because things of the past shape us to go the present and the future. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I passed by that actual murder spot. I actually pulled the 18 wheeler over, loaded and everything on the side of the road just so I could read the sign to make sure I knew what I was looking at. And I was like, man, it was just so surreal to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I looked up the facts of it. You know what I'm talking about? So it's
Hmm.
just like, man, when I think about that, you know, it's just a different type of feeling. You know what I'm talking about? So, I would just say that was
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones.
And that's kind of heavy. And it's a few years back, I did a documentary concerning James Merida.
Hmm.
And when I went to Jackson for the first, oh my gosh, man! And the particular time of my life, you being older and you go down there and you really the stuff you seeing stuff that you studied in school.
Yes,
It's
sir.
impactful, and I know exactly the way you feel about that. Um, So we're gonna close the show out, but we want you to do a shameless plug, man. So go ahead and drop that plug for me one more time, so where we can find you. Where we
Okay,
can
you can
find
find me. You
tonight.
can you can
Yeah, yes, sir.
you can find me on Facebook at Decory C. De Niro Lindsay. It's an unofficial music page, but you can also find me on Facebook at C Lindsay. You can also find me on TikTok at C Lindsay. And Unc Them by C Lindsay is dropping tonight at 12 a.m. on
Mm.
all streaming platforms. So anybody out there, anybody that's somebody, baby, make sure you tap into it. Check out Unc Them, man, because like I say, I'm talking that talk. Hey baby, it's in me, not on me. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no $100 cologne that you could just put on. But guess what? We gonna get it on simply cause we grown. You dig? And
Right.
I'm out like that.
Right. Crossfade.